Corn sales jump, soybean sales fall. We'll talk about those in just a moment. Welcome back to Your World in Agriculture for February 13th, 2025. Prices overnight. Trade sees soybeans extending losses from yesterday. Corn down 4 cents and wheat up 3 cents. The USDA weekly export sales report out on Tuesday, or Thursday, I should say. As we take a look at the numbers here, first off for weekly corn sales, they jumped 12% from a previous week, also at the high end of trade expectations at 1.64 million metric tons. For soybeans, down 52% from the previous week at 185,500 metric tons. The total for this week for soybean weekly sales below expectations as far as the trade's concerned. Soybean meal coming in at about 336,700 metric tons. That's down 37% from the previous week and about mid-range about what the weekly expectations were for soybean meal. For soybean oil, an actual reduction of 2,800 metric tons, a marketing year low also this week for soybean oil, and of course hitting below trade expectations. For weekly hard red winter wheat net sales, these sales were coming in at around 155,000 metric tons. That is below the trade expectations for the week. Now, to the total commitment of sales, again, these are outstanding sales combined with accumulated sales. Right now for corn, 46.4 million metric tons is at about 75% of what the USDA projected for the marketing year. So for corn, we're at a pretty good clip right now as we head into week 24. For the total commitment of sales for soybeans, we're at about 87% of what the USDA has projected for the marketing year. Soybean oil, 92.3%. Meanwhile, soybean meal at 63.8%. So soybean meal has some work to do, and that really is all about the fact that there is a lot of soybean meal throughout the world right now. Soybean meal is going to have a really hard time probably meeting the USDA's projection for the year. For hard red winter wheat, again, we're about 80% of what the USDA had projected for total commitments for the season. So again, that is a look at the total commitments as well as the total number of weekly net export sales for this week. A few other comments to make for this report. CONAB, it's the USDA's equivalent in Brazil, out with its numbers today. Their new estimates for corn and soybeans for Brazil for the month of February. CONAB has the Brazil corn production now at 122 million metric tons, and that is above its January number of 119 and also below the USDA's 126 million metric tons that the USDA released this month. For soybeans, Brazil now with the 166.01 million metric ton estimate from CONAB on Thursday. That number is equivalent to its number in January, and it's below USDA's 169. As far as weather for South America, rain is expected in the next week for Argentina. That's favorable. Also, drier weather for Brazil for the next week, and that is favorable as well. Cattle, hog, and poultry producers, listen up. If your livestock have scours, Imogene Ingredients sell a product called Pharmatan that stabilizes the digestive process. It can save your animal, increase immunity levels, and improve general health. So decrease your scours today on your farm by contacting Imogene Ingredients at 515-745-1639. Visit imogeneingredients.com. Now, also, we want to say thank you to our friends at Arrow Advisory for today's graphics and charts. They can help you turn your data and processes into insights and efficiency. Want more information? Check the description on this video below. Be sure to subscribe and like Your World in Agriculture for more farm content. I'm Mike McGinnis.